I'm walking up Ben Ledie right now, and I've got my number one spring fragrance with me, Patrick. Now Patrick is a fragrance from Fragrances of Ireland, and it's probably my favourite pickup last year, and it's certainly my favourite spring fragrance right now to be wearing. So I thought I'd bring it with me on this beautiful sunny day at Ben Ledie, walking through wonderful landscapes of the hills, and if I can get a nice rear review in for it as well. So we're about halfway up the hill now. I've got this, and I'm kind of thinking about the notes I pick up from it. And in the top it's a really quite zingy version of a barbershop. Yeah, quite a zingy, lemony, zesty, really lovely citrusy fragrance. But the woods are still kind of there. They exist. They're just not. They're subtle. And they're not overwhelming in any sense. And I think that's kind of why I like this so much, is because everything's just done in such incredibly detailed and intricate amounts. Nothing's overwhelming, nothing, it all just blends so well. There's no denying this absolutely has quite prominent green notes in it as well. It does have a touch of that kind of green tea smell, which is nice. I think that they've done it in such an incredible way that it doesn't have quite that bitterness. It just has the aromatic, herbaceous feel of the green tea, rather than that any of that quite bitter feel to it that sometimes is a bit much. I've mentioned already that it's got a barbershop feel to it, and I think that's kind of coming from its similarities to that of fragrances such as L'Homme, Roger and Gallet's L'Homme, or Eau de Lancôme. That's got the kind of citrusy note to it. It's just, I think it's just blended so well. That's the thing a lot of people say all the time, and it does feel a little bit like a throwaway comment that's just used when someone doesn't know what else to say. But what I guess what I'm trying to say is that everything in it, there's so much in it, and the notes will have been up, I've put them up already, but there's so much in it, but it just feels like one. It doesn't, you don't feel like you're picking one thing out and going, oh, that's just that. Everything is just blended so well. Everything's together, it mixes, it's a unit. And sometimes you get that in the cheaper fragrances, the more synthetic fragrances, the ones that smell like they're just chemicals. This fragrance is made of naturals. I'm sure there are some synthetics in it, but the naturals are very prominent and really, really beautiful. And the way they've blended them is immaculate. That's at the summit now, and it's silent. There's not even a single bit of wind. It's beautiful up here. It is absolutely beautiful. Let's just get this up this last little bit, and I've been smelling the fragrance right the way up. It's perfect for this kind of weather. There's still a tiny bit of snow, but it's warm air and it's lovely sun, no wind. And what's been left on me is, it's been a good 2-3 hour walk up the hill, and we're on our way back down now. And what's been left is this, what I would describe as kind of a barbershop DNA. which this DNA it has a kind of tang to it, a spiciness to it, and that's been left with this lovely, couldn't quite put my finger on whether it's like a mixture of sandalwood and cedarwood or if it's just cedarwood, because it's quite it's not like a resinous cedarwood, it's more just a cedarwood that's there. It's got the woodiness to it, but not the resinous like freshly cut wood. And so that's what's left over, and it's beautiful, it really is. So as a spring fragrance, it doesn't get much better than that. You know, citrus, greenery, tea, wood, light. It's perfect. It really is perfect. And that, you know, no one's telling me, paying me to say any of this. It's just, I love the way it smells, and I cannot picture a better spring fragrance. Back down at the bottom of the hill now. It's been a long, long walk. It's been a long day. It's been a long time with this beautiful fragrance, but it's lasted me, and I still think it's one of the best fragrances to wear in spring, so I'm very lucky I have it.